Alrighty, I've recorded this like 3 times, and I feel like now is third time's a charm. P Gravel here, and I got a bit of a rant because of something I ran into yesterday. I just thought it was interesting. I had a teacher, because I'm in trade school right now, argue that, us residential guys, like I wire houses, that we're just not making enough money and we need to quit and make more money. And I always thought it was interesting because this guy's like, 70 some odd years old and just firmly believes that he lives the gold standard of life. And if I don't, make as much as him or do the things he did, then I'm not fulfilling my life. And I just disagree. And I feel like I see it more and more that people live in such comparisons. His is a bit more of a reverse comparison to most, but I don't know. I just feel like everyone lives in comparison these days. And I just wanted to kind of give my take on it. Maybe it's a bad take. Maybe people believe it's me coping, but I genuinely don't think it's cope. I think people overlook a lot of things because living in comparison is not the way to do it. Right? Everyone looks at the people online, primarily we're looking at Jack Doherty, right? And people like that who make a lot of money and aren't even that great at people. But regardless, say you made $100,000 in a few months, right? You're doing so well. You could compare yourself to so many people and surmount them and feel good about yourself. Sure, that's a good way to create an ego. But regardless, the thing is your social circle will change with success. It just will. You'll find yourself in a new group. If you landed a job and made that kind of money, your social circle will change just because of the people you work with at that job. And the high likelihood is that you land a job like that, you're not even the most successful person there, right? So you'll reach this success and feel happy about yourself, but there's going to be someone, pretty much guaranteed, there's going to be, you made 100,000 in a few months, someone made $1 million in a few months, right? Unless you're the number one in the world, which just isn't going to happen. There's only going to be one richest person in the world, and chances are it's generational. So you're just always going to be behind, even if you're ahead. If you live in comparison, that's just how it's going to be. And I think people constantly overlook that. My job doesn't pay the best, but it pays pretty good. And at the end of the day, my mortgage is paid, groceries are paid, I have money left over. I get to make videos in my free time. I'm making daily videos right now. That's how much, time there is at the end of the day that I get to allocate to something I like, and something that makes me happy. I see it all the time. And even the teacher brought up McDonald's workers, right? And how, if you work at McDonald's, that you're dead end. And that's, I just disagree with that. If you work at McDonald's and feel like you're at a dead end job, then maybe you're just not meant to work at McDonald's, right? But someone is. Someone's got to do the job. And if there's enough money left over at the end of the day that you can do what you like and you don't hate your job at McDonald's, why would you bother quitting? You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. Maybe I had a good mentor. When I started my apprenticeship, I was talking to one of the guys, being like every other kid, right? And being like, does this job pay well? Am I going to do good in life with this? And he told me that the job pays good enough that when the weekend comes, or even a little bit after work, I get to put car parts, on my Jeep. I get to do the things that I really enjoy doing. I get to book time off to do those things. And that's when I was like, holy, this guy figured out happiness. You know what I mean? Because especially in residential electric, the only way you're going to make really good money is if you unionize, and that creates a list of other problems like travel and whatnot, constantly being gone, or you run your own business. And I work for someone that I used to work with, and he does pretty well for himself. Sure, he goes on trips, but at the same time, when the weekend comes, he's getting 100 phone calls, right? He's got kids. He's trying to enjoy his family life. And at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is there's always a catch. And I personally, and maybe I'm wrong because I don't know everything. I'm pretty young still. But if you stop trying to allow that comparison to happen in your head and just focus on how to improve your life rather than focus on how others are doing, things will look up a lot better, and nobody's perfect. Even I struggle with that as the guy who's trying to tell you how to live your life, I guess. But at the end of the day, just be happy. I find it just so weird how constant it is online now that people just badger that it's not okay to be normal. You know, someone's got to do it. And that's the crazy part. I wire houses. The AI is probably not taking that over for a while. So to tell me that I'm not going to do good enough in life and I should just quit, someone's got to wire the houses. Right? Like crazy. You know, same with McDonald's. Someone's got to make the McDonald's because McDonald's has customers and there's nothing wrong with working there. Anyways, rant is up. I'm sorry for the footage. I'm just doing chores around the base. We'll be back to our regular scheduled programming tomorrow. I promise. Pete Gravel is done his rant. Bye-bye.